Recent research by Old Mutual has revealed some surprising gaps in securing comfortable retirement and maintaining health benefits amid global uncertainty. So we want to delve into these findings and discuss how Old Mutual Thought Leaders Forum, which took place yesterday, brought together, of course, industry experts, policymakers and stakeholders to develop solutions to improve South Africans' overall financial and social well-being. I'm so pleased to tell you that we've got Blessing Utete, who's the managing executive at Old Mutual Corporate Consultants. Blessing, welcome to 702 Breakfast.
Good morning, Bongani. Thank you for having us.
Retirement is a sore point, particularly, of course, if you look at the current unemployment figures, and that means the future, if so many people are unemployed today, the future of those who will be thinking about retirement later doesn't necessarily look so rosy.
Yeah, quite right, Bongani, and that's what some of our research showed in terms of what we researched. We did a survey, and that indicated that there's, we think as we're employed right now, we've got sort of rose-tinted glasses around retirement. Some of the things that we picked up were, people think that, over 72% of people think that they won't have anyone else to support in retirement. That is not the reality that the people actually get to at retirement.
I was stunned by what we rank 38th out of 47 countries when it comes to retirement outcomes. What does that mean?
Yeah, Bongani, that's not a great statistic, but there's some good reason for that, and I think so we rank 38th out of 47th. The Mercer Pensions Index looks at a couple of factors that really contribute to this. So they look at adequacy, sustainability, and integrity. So our environment, our pension system fares very well on integrity, but we fare very poorly on adequacy. We ranked like 42 out of 47 on that one. And sustainability, we ranked 30th out of 47. But the real reason around this adequacy is the low replacement ratios that we get out of our system. And on sustainability, it's really around coverage. We don't have enough people in the retirement net. The big thing is that we don't have a compulsory system. We don't have a mandatory system. I think the one I must mention around adequacy is obviously the two-pot system.
I was about to say that's coming up, a matter of days now, 1st of September. Many South Africans poised to try and dip in.
Absolutely. So they're poised to dip in. So on the one hand, we've got this buzz around people wanting the access and wanting to get some of their money out. But on the positive end, when we look at this index, the one challenge that we had as a system was the lack of preservation. And what the two-pot system actually helps us do is it allows preservation of retirement savings using that retirement pot, which is the 2/3 of the equation in the two-pot system.
Talk to me about what you alluded to at the start of our conversation, that people often think about retirement and what they are going to need for themselves, often without taking into account the wider responsibilities of other people they might be looking after, even in retirement.
Yeah, quite right. And I mean that those were quite telling gaps in terms of the reality and what actually retired people actually get. I mean, things like people think they'll be debt free when they get to retirement. Many get to retirement and they're not debt free. And so it talks to an environment where we need to empower people to get more knowledge around what does it actually mean for you to get a decent retirement. If you are thinking about traveling the world, if you're thinking about having a relaxed retirement that's got no pressures from a financial perspective, there are things you need to do now because you actually need to look after that future self.
Is there a role for employers when it comes to, I suppose, holistic wellness? In other words, employers, can they play a role in helping people think about their whole of life now and in the future?
Absolutely. And I think some of the things that we pick on are that employers have a pivotal role in terms of that's the financial literacy that their employees have and the education that's required in knowing how do you set goals for retirement and how do you actually contribute to make sure that those goals become a reality. Other things that employers can do are things like making sure that employees manage things like debt better. What financial wellness tools do employers bring into their normal sort of environment as part of their well-being solutions to actually help employees become financially better?
That is such an important point because, of course, for many of us, employers, prospective employers check right? Your credit records and that kind of thing. And then it's just assumed that, once clear, always clear. And we don't know the khokhos that many employees are sitting with in the workplace.
You're so right, Bongani. That does happen. So people join a company, they do a credit check, and they pass it with flying colors. But things go
awry whilst they're
exactly,
working. Yeah,
exactly. And I think that's the intent. So when people start having the challenges of day-to-day living, making ends meet where we are now, you need to educate people how to do things better. And I think that talks to the two-part system as well, that, we don't have an environment where people save. We don't have an environment where people have emergency savings that they have aside.
Listen, I've so enjoyed these conversations. More of them, please. Old Mutual Thought Leaders Forum. Today we're tackling retirement gaps and really, I suppose, wellness, employee wellness in the workplace. Blessing Utete is the managing executive at Old Mutual Corporate Consultants. Retirement in South Africa does remain a challenge, and will have a generational impact in terms of the socio-economic well-being of our country. So the inaugural Old Mutual Thought Leaders Forum that happened yesterday brought together thinkers, both local and international thinkers, committed to reshaping the future of retirement outcomes for South Africa. You can visit oldmutual.co.za /Thought Leaders Forum for more information.